Greetings, my Emerson family and friends. Reverend Deborah here. What a beautiful and full year of ministry we have shared together. And I wanted to just give you some of the highlights, but truly I could not do this alone because I didn't do it alone. There have been so many people that have contributed to all the program ministries of the congregation. Now, just really briefly, you may have remembered that a year ago, we decided to make a few shifts in the operations of our ministries. And so we developed 5 positions, 5 leadership volunteer positions that we call ministry associates. And the folks that are in these positions, one thing that they do is they help to coordinate the efforts within particular program ministry areas of the congregation. So justice and worship and religious exploration and our spiritual practice and care and fellowship. So each of those areas has a ministry associate, a volunteer leader who is helping to nurture along that area, helping with coordination and collaboration throughout that area. They, along with our hired program ministry staff, so our director of family ministry, our choir director, and our music coordinator, they together make up what we call the ministry council. So I would love for you to hear directly from them some of what they've been up to this year and some of what those ministries have been. So everyone, take it away. Let's hear, how has the year been?
This past year, the Worship and Ritual Ministry has presented online and in-person Wheel of the Year gatherings, as this was certainly a year to be a part of time passing. We had virtual Litha, in-person Lunasada with a treasure hunt and elemental stations, online Mabon, our Sumble and Toast that started the season of gratitude, in-person Samhain with singing the Dead Across, and online Yule, Imbolc, Ostara, and Dialtana. But mostly, we just loved each other. It was a challenging and yet truly heartwarming year.
During the quarantine, a lot of people have found more need for listening circles just to maintain human contact or relationships. The pastoral care team has also struggled with the difficulties with meeting in person, but they keep track of who needs some help and try to come out and help. They offer a listening ear and an open heart. The Buddhist sitting group's meeting on Thursday night, still thriving. Got about a dozen people at the last couple of meetings. Qigong class, that's with Reverend Deborah, using posture, movement, breathing, and meditation to balance your qi, your life energy. Finally, our compassion circles have been very active this year with new moon circles and full moon circles. They provide people with community, support, and inspiration.
Last summer, after George Floyd's murder, we started our Tuesday demonstrations in front of Emerson as public witness. The LGBTQ plus Welcoming and Justice Committee has been working on our Welcoming Congregation Renewal. The Immigration Justice Ministry has done a series on the U.S. role in creating the migration crisis. The Friday Community Action Circle has made hundreds of calls. With Share the Basket, we have raised over $3,200 just this year.
We had a very good year. We had 7 new members, believe it or not. Several new gatherings that were fun. One was Founders Day. And we hope to have many more gatherings when we're back in our church.
This past year, the Adult Faith Development Ministry embraced Zoom as facilitators learned to juggle technology and meaningful conversation. On Sundays, we continued to provide adult religious exploration offerings to stimulate the mind, open the heart, and heed the call to action. New this year, we began offering weekday class series to allow attendees to explore spiritual and justice topics more deeply over the course of several weeks. Through it all, we did our best to listen, share, and love each other. It was a challenging year, but it was also a full and truly heartwarming year.
Our online Sunday school went terrific. We had a ton of new events, and the hit of the year was Trunk or Treat at Halloween. We did a great job of engaging families at Christmas. Some families delivered poinsettias to congregants, other families decorated the gigantic Christmas tree in the sanctuary, and no year is complete without our wonderful senior youth led worship. The 9th through 12th graders did did a great job. As I looked around, what I saw was really Emersonians just loving each other.
It turns out that making music digitally is exponentially more time-consuming than making it the old-fashioned way. And yet we had hymn leaders who reported to the congregation either in recordings or in person every single Sunday to lead the singing. We had almost half the choir who worked on virtual choir anthems, and we had some really wonderful, brave solo singers step forward. We continued our weekly communications in the choir to stay connected. The truth is, we did what everybody else did for this past year and a half. We found ways to keep doing what we love to do and to stay connected as best we could.
For the past year, I have spent most of my time alone in this red room. This is where most of the accompaniment tracks you heard this year were created. So it always starts with a form of a little piece of music like this. Sometimes it's just a matter of piano. Other times it's a lengthy sheet of music, a score that I will record the tracks. Organize. It's been very interesting and a challenge to figure out how we can do what we normally do together apart.
Wow, that is a lot. Can you believe it? All of that has happened within this crazy COVID year, this year where we've reinvented so much of how we do ministry. So thank you to each and every one of you who have contributed in those beautiful ways. And thank you to those dear leaders who have volunteered to step up and take on a little bit more, offer a little bit more time to help coordinate those areas. Thank you so much. And I'd like to hear from them again, because in addition to all that has happened this year, I know this team of people is also planning for next year. Now you're going to notice one little change. We have had a change in our ministry associate team. So Helen Hobson, who is the ministry associate for Justice, was sharing about what are the things that we've done this year. She's going to be stepping down from that position, and Paulina Rivera is going to be stepping into that position. So we're going to hear from Paulina about some of the vision for this year, as well as the whole ministry council. So everyone, what you got for us coming up?
Looking forward to our next congregational year, the Worship and Ritual Ministry has plans to continue spiritual nutrition through a healthy, balanced diet of inspiring and connecting worship services. The pagan group will focus on the 4 fire festivals, the cross quarters, for public ritual, allowing for the space and opportunity to hold mingles and socials, group drumming and chants, and investigate that thing we call worship through music, magic, and movement. We hope you will join us.
I really look forward to getting back to having our meetings in person. But one interesting thing is that during the quarantine, a lot of people who have trouble getting around, maybe don't drive at night, and even some folks who moved out of state still were able to participate in listening circles precisely because they were being held online. So I hope that in the future, if we have a group that is held in person, it will be a lot easier for us to include members who are virtual and for them to feel like full participants in those activities.
Hi everyone, I'm here to share with you about all the things that we're looking forward to. Our Racial Justice Ministry continues to demonstrate every Tuesday, as well as offering a short ARE every first Tuesday of the month after our demonstrations, and we would love for you to join us. Our Immigration Task Force is preparing to start a campus program for our congregation and to create stronger bonds and stronger liaisons with our immigrant community, especially locally. And our LGBTQ community continues to offer GSA meetings for our youth. So we have lots of things for you to look forward to next year.
We are excited because the membership part of the fellowship committee has planned a new approach to pathways, and we'll explain it more in detail when we get all back together, but it'll be fun. We hope that we can have our usual coffee hour. One thing that we want to start again, and people who've been around a while know about circle dinners. We're going to try to start those so we can get together in small groups all through our community. But we're looking forward to having a lot of fun and fellowship this next year.
Looking forward to next year, the Adult Faith Development Ministry has plans to define learning tracks to better guide and assist your selections. We will return to offering some series classes on Sundays, and we will schedule more repeats of important and popular classes. The weekday adult religious exploration class series will continue for sure. And we will be planning a few special learning events too. If you are looking for content informed by UU values, opportunities for reflection, and connection with others on a similar journey of self-discovery and fulfillment, then we hope you will join us.
So what's coming up for family ministry next year? There's some great things. We've learned a lot in the last 3 weeks about how much enjoyment can come from using the Garden School's forest classrooms that they've developed outside for Sunday morning classes. It's been a huge success. Second thing is we'll try to get back on track with our Whole Lives sexuality education courses for children and youth. The third thing is we've got some key positions of teachers and assistants to fill as some of our volunteer staff take sabbaticals next year. So don't hesitate to contact us if you have questions about whether you might want to get involved with teaching. Overall, know that you're always welcome in the family ministry activities, and we hope to see you next year.
We think that 21-22 will be our year to rebuild and reboot the in-person Emerson choir. And we're ready to fulfill our role in Emerson worship again, and then dedicate ourselves to becoming a strong and healthy choir again so that we can fulfill all of our goals at Emerson and in the greater community.
My goal is to help create more opportunities for the musicians of Emerson to be spotlighted in services, to bring the musicians together and create little collective groups. It's really been an honor to step into these shoes, and I will do my best in the future. I can make all kinds of noises.
Well, I don't know about you, but all of that made me feel really inspired. And I'm inspired so much by the work that you all do, by the presence that you all bring. Whether it's just clicking into a worship or leaving a comment here and there or contributing to our justice ministries or any of the other ministries that we have. It's so important, it's so wonderful to feel as a community together. So thank you for your contributions. I look forward to this upcoming year. We definitely have some more things in the works. You'll be hearing more about that as time unfolds, but let's take this moment and just say thank you, Ministry Council, and thank you to each other for a beautiful, beautiful year. Namaste and blessed be.